body, it's over. And you don't really get a second chance at Talladega like you do. If you reset the car, your momentum, then you've lost your warm-up lap, so you won't get a good spot. You got to stay up high, keep the wheel as straight as possible, and as close to the wall through 2 laps, and then keep it right down on the paint through the corners, and let it roll a bit off the exits, but not all the way out to the wall, just out to kind of like where the first line is. That's kind of what I've gotten for doing fast laps at Talladega in qualifying. As I said in the truck, what I like to do at the inner loop is let it use the banking to kind of roll down a little bit. It seems faster.
52.094.
And then right down on that yellow line all the way through 1 and 2 with as little wheel movement as possible. Let the thing drift up on corner exit and then just kind of hold it straight right there. The big thing is that you don't want to break momentum. Roll it down the back straight and then cut down back to the low side, right on that paint again, and hold it as steady as can be. Remember, any little movement in the wheel that's unwanted, it costs you just a little bit of momentum, and that, you're dealing with separations in the hundreds and thousands, and that was bad there. I probably lost some time by getting through the tri-oval poorly, but yeah, that could have been a decent lap. Still will be. I mean, I'm not going to be terrible, but that little loss of time, you can see I'm only a 10th off of the pole position right now, less than a 10th. And just that little shit cost me several spots probably. Going to be starting mid-pack, which is possibly the worst place to be starting here. But not much you can do about that. On the brakes, downshifting. And that's what it would be if I was doing a green flag pit stop. Always good to practice those because it is going to matter when we come back through here in NAS Fixed in the spring and the fall. The fall one in particular, because that's when you're on the full length race. So 55 seconds, got time to look at this from the TV1 cam. Here we go. 30 seconds. Looks like I'm going to be starting in 14th place. Unless some of these guys manage to get a better lap. See it? And that's a 2:17, as you can see. It's not terrible. It's just not... You want your lap to be in here. 51.135. That's pretty good. He's 200ths quicker than everyone else. You can see how close it is, though. And it was that wiggle right there that probably cost me a good bit. So time to grid. Starting 14th. This will be an absolute mess.
Be on the outside. Try to make for shit happen here. Closed.
Got a big pack, and there's a big field. It's what, 30 cars? Yeah. So gonna try to work our way up. We're starting basically right at mid-pack.
Good luck.
Which is likely where a lot of the action's going to be.
Good luck, guys.
Kind of a sitting duck. I want to either work to the front or probably fall back early. It seems like I can't work to my front or work my way up to the front early, but we'll see. Biggest thing with this is I want to learn the new draft model, because unless they release an update, this will be the draft model that we'll be using for the Daytona 500.
Number 24, do I have like gray stripes on the side of my car or no? It just looks white to me. I'm behind you when I see it. You said you see it?
So
Yeah, gray stripes.
here we go. Well, not yet.
Okay, thank
Still
you.
got 20 seconds.
From
Where is the 21 with his gray stripes starting? Back there in 28th place. Okay. This Talladega really mixes it up, because you get a wide range of skills running up front and no separation. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays. All right.
You'll be lining up behind the 15.
Right behind the 15 car. Hopefully we get a good start. And
I don't know why, but every time I look at your name,
less
30, I think of Garrett Lowe.
less of that 3 wide stuff that honestly I was a big part of in the Truck Series race.
Are you talking about the kid that races bandos? I guess, but I'm talking about the kid that's kind of the same.
All right, so 4th
Talking
gear.
about Garrett Lowe. He races bandos, right? I don't know what he races, but all I know is that he's
Even neutral. Just kind of coasting. Got McDonald's fries in front of me.
Then I had some of that.
Gonna follow that for a little bit. And then hopefully after this race is done, we can do one at Stafford. Alright, 14.
Gotta love iRacing. I have 18.6 gallons. Get this thing, I have 8.5 laps of fuel. Well, I mean, I really have
Estimated
a full
laps
tank,
at
but it just reads
8.6. Something's
Well,
wrong
the
there.
number gets higher as we go.
I don't know why it's saying estimated laps 8.8, 8.9.
Yep.
About fan prime belt tight.
Probably how many laps you're going to make before the motion comes out.
Right?
Why would it be going up then? It's believing in us more and more every
Cars
second.
off. Are you ready?
Here we go. Not gonna make a move to the outside, just looking. I just want to make sure I don't run
24, I'll
into.
let you go. I mean 25, I'll let you go.
Go. There's the green.
Flag.
Like I said, I could have gotten a run, but I didn't want to.
Inside.
Inside line looks like. Oh,
Inside.
my goodness.
One only. Still inside.
That was really dicey early. The way these cars have been in the past, you just want to get down early. A lot of the time. Decisions. Yeah, I'm going low. I'll let the 15 in too. We're all going to get singled up. Just want to see what this new, if there is any difference in the draft model with this race, but right now it's just a matter of logging laps. We'll find out what the oh my goodness, Milk 5 Kill, thank you. Milk 5 Kill 5, thank you so much for the cheer, man. 1,000 bits, that's awesome. Thank you very much. You're actually the first guy to cheer on my channel, so thanks, man. Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go out there and try to win this one for you. 15 slips up. Looks like the 18 gets shuffled. He's going to try to cut in, not going to happen. So started 14th, in 12th right now. Working up to 11th once I get past this 18 car. Wish he wouldn't try to side draft so much. Yeah, now he's going to slip down to the inside. Didn't quite catch, but that looked like the Ricky Stenhouse fifth third bank scheme, which is honestly a pretty good scheme to have at Talladega. Ricky Stenhouse was something else at this track this year. Here we go, third place. Riding along, look at we got another one hung to the outside. And actually a lot of broken momentum on the inside line. I'm going to try to take that momentum and see if I can go forward with it. Get some help from the 6. Come on, man.
48.716. You're clear. Get look at your temp when you can. Work at the bottom.
Could try to get back down to the inside. Oh, and I should have done it. The 6 is going to leave me. Come on, 6. Don't leave me, man. Don't do it.
Still there.
Don't do it. Don't leave me. Don't leave me hanging. You're going to leave me hanging.
Clear low. Inside.
Could have gone down low, but
Still there.
didn't do it. Now I will.
Checking up pretty hard, 21.
Nope, never mind. There's a checkup.
Clear. Inside.
Yep. I should have gone low when I had the chance. Now I might just slip back.
49.054. Still there. Inside.
Not going to side draft too hard. Whoa.
Inside. Still there. Clear. Still inside.
Okay.
Still there.
16 really jumped up in front of me there and almost caused a wreck.
Still there. Door.
Just trying to,
Still there.
not getting too aggressive with the side drafting right now. Trying to hold steady and see if we can get this line moving forward a little bit. The inside line's been having some serious checkups. So
Inside.
if we can go keep the outside line a little bit straighter, it ought to work.
49.106. Still there. Still there.
Trying to see. It seems like the draft model's got a little bit better suck up, possibly.
Still inside.
Not sure yet. That was the big problem last year, is that these cars just did not close up the way that the trucks and the Xfinity cars did.
Still on the inside. 2 wide inside. 1 inside.
Dang it.
1. 2 inside. No hole right now.
Messed that timing up completely.
Inside.
Just going to go back.
Still inside.
No momentum. I'm going to just have to drop to the back
2
and try to get my momentum back somehow.
Still there. Inside, inside, inside. 1 only. 49.5.
They really need to improve the spotter on the plate track, because it's so hard to rely on him for when you're no longer 3 wide. That was what got me in trouble in the truck race, was knowing when I could cut down to that inside line, to the middle line again. Hopefully that little touch I had with the wall hasn't damaged the car. It shouldn't be damaged too bad. And now that I'm all the way in the back, just going to have to work my way back up through. Been a while since I've been on the plate track, and I feel a little uncomfortable and out of sorts right now, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm looking at K1 Grizzlies chat, not my chat. That's what's going on. Huh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking about other stuff that's going on in another chat channel, and I didn't even realize it. So everything that you guys have said, I'm going to have to move that over under caution. Everything that you guys have said I've missed so far, so I am very sorry about that. I was a little confused why I wasn't seeing any chatting at all. But yeah, so here we go. Lap 8 at 30, I'll just have to wing it and announce, and now that I've figured out what's going on the stream, I'm going to focus in and try to work my way up through.
Inside.
Hung out the 25. I probably won't be too happy with that, but just trying to work up, gain a spot at a time. I was up in the top 10, right on the back half of it. Now, at least I'm still in the race, but I'm all the way back in 29th, so I gotta make some moves to get back up through. And hopefully I actually can hold on to the back of this pack. Doesn't look too likely right now. Hanging right there at 4/10. Gotta just run perfect line and try to stay latched on. Move up to the outside line, see if I can catch a better draft from this guy since he's closer. Now he's going to swing to the inside. I'm right on the edge of losing the draft. My best friend right now is that these guys are all side by side, which is making a nice big hole of air for me to try to work in, slowing them down a little bit. And if they get a checkup, particularly on the inside line, that'll bring them back to me, but there's kind of a limited amount of time where that'll work. The other thing that's not so bad about this, though, is that if they wreck, I'm at least in a good position to hopefully avoid it. There's a little bit of gap. I can see everything that's going on, and yeah, it looks like that I'm actually going to end up losing the draft and having to fall back to these two cars behind me, which is a shame. And probably my fault because I tried that move on the 25 when it wasn't a great time to do it. But maybe not. Inside line had that little bit of a checkup. It's giving me a shot at closing back in on the 20. The last car in line was just screwed last year on these plate tracks, and it seems like that hasn't changed much. Oh, there we go. Racing like that does help. Well, it helps me at least, because that slows them down. That's treacherous racing there, though. Is the 11 going to drop? He is. And now we're caught back up. I'm just going to run right as close to his bumper as I can, because I need to stay tucked up in the draft. And let's see if there's anything that we can do to work through this pack. I have worked my way through the pack a few times in plate tracks. Sometimes my moves work, sometimes they get me into trouble. Settle down, focus. Right now I'm just trying to hold the inside line, and that seems to be working. Looks like the 11's got something going. He's shuffled the 27 out. Right now it doesn't matter where you get the spots, inside line or outside. I just need to start moving forward. And you get that forward momentum going, and then you just kind of keep it going. You don't make moves that are too crazy or too aggressive.
48.195.
And that was probably a little bit raw on my part.
Clear high, clear high.
Rode the 21 a little bit closer than I should have. I'm probably not making any friends with some of the moves that I'm making right now. But 27th. And right behind the 11. Everyone shuffles again. Right now we got the two of Logan Powers leading this line, and Logan's a pretty good car to just try to latch onto and follow up through to the front. He's a smart driver. He's good. He'll make crisp moves that are decisive, and he'll keep the car straight. So if the 20 and the 11 are using their heads, we'll all stay lined up, and we'll get some momentum and maybe be able to make some hay once we catch this next pack. Probably lifted a little bit too much there. We want to stay right tucked up under everyone. Uh-oh. 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 Just lifting a little bit. This is going to get iffy.
Inside. Still there. Slide inside.
My goodness, what just happened? I can't believe that I didn't get wrecked there.
48, 25, 3, 6. Still nothing open. Inside.
Way up outside, 3 wide.
Still there. Still there.
Saw that checkup, tried to make a move.
Still there.
Didn't quite work.
1. Still there. Clear. Inside. Still inside.
Down to the second line now.
Still there.
I really hate going 3 wide to the outside. That's just
Side.
so nerve-wracking because it's so hard to know when you're clear. That's what you really need triple monitors
Still there.
for.
Door.
Also don't like being in the middle lane.
Still there. 49, 22, 5, 2.
Because people will make moves up into you.
Still inside.
All right, 26 spot. Oh, it slid high. Not what I wanted.
Clear.
All right, clear. I don't know how we haven't wrecked. That was crazy. And that's all calmed down. And I'm finally going to work by this 29 car, which is the one that I was needing to clear to make that 3 wide move work.
Still out there.
That was just an ill-advised move, and it nearly
Still out
got me in a big wreck again. Thought I saw, you think you see a big opening, and then you go for it, and you just hit a wall of air. Trying to stay right with this 27. The 11's shuffled himself up to the outside now. Or gotten himself shuffled, one way or the other. That's going to be another spot, though. That's 25th for me. And going to be 24th.
Still outside.
Picking that spot up.
Quarter outside. You're clear.
It's amazing the bumps and everything dances around. When you watch it on TV, it looks so much more calm than this, and those guys make it look so easy. It's not. It's very tensed, and this is a simulator. There's no risk of injury or anything happening from something up. If I get into a wreck, those guys are actually sitting in those race cars. It's absolutely amazing that they're able to do what they do at those speeds. So it's going to be 11 laps to go this time by. We've been green the whole way so far, which is good. Good, quick, eventful racing.
3, 4.
Looks like the green and yellow car up there has a little bit of rear end damage. Nothing too serious, but just a little bit. I've got a little bit of a scrape from touching the wall earlier, but I don't think that even did any damage. 10 laps to go this time by. Trying to stay tucked up. We should be able to stay single file and run down this double file pack. And then it's going to get really interesting because
48, 22,
You know, with 10 laps to go,
10 laps to go, 10 laps to
the
go.
side drafts are going to start getting more aggressive, and you know, everyone's trying to position themselves to go for the win here. What that means for us in this pack is stay single file so that we can catch the lead pack. But you know, you're going to start seeing people make those 3 wide moves and expect them to work as we come down to this thing, because we've still got a full pack. That's 30 cars. I think all 30 are still in this thing.
Sorry, 29, that's my fault.
No, you're good at 28, 23, 3, 9, outside.
I don't know why the 21's all of a sudden trying to make this move. I would not advise that. That's just going to slow us down.
Still outside.
There's so much going on right in front of me that I'm having to react to
Clear, clear.
that, you know, I'm not even paying attention to what's going on further up front.
Outside. Still outside.
Those guys are just not able to hold a line. Really, really, really
Clear.
wish that they would hold it a little bit straighter.
48.8.
27 goes to the outside now. That'll be another spot potentially.
Still there.
Not making up spots as quickly as I need to get back to the front at all.
Hey, then you got to keep it low on the corner, man. Come on. You're going way too much.
My goodness.
Still there.
Yeah, this pack that I'm riding with here, we just cannot close up on that lead pack. So now these guys are starting to race, and that's going to end any chance that we had of catching the leaders.
Still out there.
20 car all over the place.
48.9.
2 getting shuffled in the middle. Almost contact there with the between the 2 and that McDonald's car.
Wide outside. Still there.
Keeping my foot in it. Inside, 3 wide. Now the 4's coming up, and he's going to work with the 2,
Still there.
which is going to keep me 3 wide as we go into the corner.
Outside. 1 almost. 2 wide outside.
My goodness.
No hole right now.
Absolutely no hole.
Still there. Outside.
This is amazing.
1 wide. 2 wide outside. Still there.
Ah, goodness, they're going to wreck. That almost was the wreck.
There, door. 48.855. Still there. Outside.
This 20 car is going to wreck this backpack. I got to get around him.
No hole. No hole. Outside. 1 wide. 2 wide outside. No hole right
Just
now.
running 3 wide.
1 car only.
2 and the 4
Still out there. The door.
are making that middle lane work.
Still outside. Clear.
I'm going to go up there and jump up with them. Or not.
Wow, what a save.
Everyone's kind of all over the place. Ah, man, I don't want to get with that 20 car. I want to get with the 2 and the 4, but I don't want that 20 car anywhere near me. So this is where you kind of use the inside, go up to the outside,
Oh, we good, we good. Let's go. Hammer down.
and make it
Hammer
work.
down.
Got one that fell back from the lead pack here. We're going to go by him on the outside. Hope that that inside line doesn't try to make it 3 wide. They were going to.
Don't worry about
Bottom.
So that puts me again
Still there. Still
outside 3 wide, where I don't want to
there.
be.
2 inside. 48.
Just listen to the spotter, watch the mirror.
Still there. Inside. 1 only.
Inside 1
Still
That means that I can get down.
Still inside.
Alright.
Well, shoot.
Still there.
Up, smoke. One sideways, no caution.
Still there.
No, it's not. I don't know how that happened. Sorry, bud. I don't know. It was quick. Still there. I know. I somehow my car.
Trying to push this 11 car past the 16.
Still inside. 48, 25, 8. Still there, still there.
Still trying to get by these guys. Come on.
Still there.
Now the 20's in the sucker hole.
Still there. Clear low.
Come back up.
What was the fucking caution for? Big crash.
Go ahead, Rick.
Big
My
bomb.
goodness.
Go
Close.
ahead, Rick.
Alright, you're gonna have to come
Well,
around
just never
south.
got
Don't line up behind
back
the
up
20.
where I needed to be there.
Looks like you're gonna be lining up
Okay, let me
behind
see.
the NASCAR. Alright,
I'm gonna get my chat back up where it needs to be.
Few more laps.
I wish they'd fix that, man. These cars are like different than any other. Feels like in the draft.
Yep, this package confirmed still sucks.
Alright,
Was that EVA?
got my chat popped out.
Yeah, appreciate
The road
it.
is
22.
open.
Great
In
driver.
behind the 29.
Would have liked to have a shot on you there the last
All right.
time, Rick.
So, let's see.
I appreciate
Nicaraguan, Mike Strange.
The break.
4ID Fox, what's up? How's it going? Sergeant Speed.
You doored me with like 15 to go, and then you didn't hold the brake.
Hey, Mama. Sailor T, how's it going?
Yeah, you're welcome. Go cry to your mama.
Bump draft a little bit. It looks like the new model isn't much better than last year's.
That no one else is ready to go well.
Amazing that there wasn't more wrecking there.
Dude, shut up. You're gonna bitch. Get out of the session.
There's always tempers.
Learn to drive first, and then I won't have that issue.
I know, right?
I think I was passing
Well,
you earlier. I think you were in
That's
the back,
just
weren't you?
typical Talladega. Well,
Yeah, 'cause
and I
you
managed to
told
get
me
a
that
0X. So, I'll take that.
Learn how to
20's
hold
first
your line.
spot.
You won't get bored.
You came up into me.
We're going to have to check out the
Sorry
replay,
about that.
see what happened there.
I guarantee if that happened to anyone else, they would be the same way.
At least that was good. Just, practice and experience with the draft.
Oh, you're boring me.
I'm gonna go back and look at that save though. Holy crap. I don't know how I did that.
Hmm.
Well, some good racing there, Devin, Rick, Drew, Alan.
I know.
Yeah, man.
The 20, and especially the way that he was bouncing off the 2. I thought that the 20 was going to wreck there for sure. Good race, guys.
Lead change, that's pretty cool.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying.
Didn't
for
get
me
the
'cause
finish
the
that I
leader
wanted,
kept switching
but
position.
That was
I
my
was
fault
like,
for
"Geez,
getting
give me a break."
shuffled the way that I did. Just kind of holding on to it. Made the most out of it that I could. So not too bad. Yeah, no, that was what was impressing me, is how much contact that these guys are able to get away with.
Outside was going there for
It was
the
really
road.
impressive.
The outside line has to pinch the hell out of the inside line for the outside to have any kind of momentum, and we weren't pinching the inside enough.
The package does the exact same as the last one. Literally, you'll get such a run on a guy, and then one guy checks up and it's a domino effect. Terrible. There's no bubble whatsoever.
Alrighty. So the next
Feels like
race
we're always continuously
will
gaining
be
on someone.
D-Class at Stafford.
Side.
I ain't gonna start anywhere. This is the race. It is over. I'm going to finish in 21st spot. Roll around, get the most out of my safety rating as I can by bringing it to a stop in the pit box.
Alright guys, we're done.
It's amazing to me how many people don't know to do that or don't try to do that. But it is always better to just roll it around. Nice 112, man. Congratulations to you. So, decent. Hope it was entertaining for you guys. It was certainly intense for me. Even though it was all the way in the back, it's still just, you're on pins and needles the whole time, just trying to work through and get the most out of it that you can. There we go, down to 55. Rolling it in here and practicing, looking for my pit board. There it is, number 13. On a real pit stop, this would be moving, but there we go. Stopped. Out. That was the race. So we'll go back to lap 28 and we'll see what caused it. It was the 30 and the 6, I think, that we're arguing about that. Yeah, the 30 must have been involved. He's running 5th right now. That's a cool car, that GMAC car. And what happens? I don't know if you can pin that on the 30. It's too bad that he didn't hold the brake, but I guess they could get mad at him for that. But the initial start of the wreck, 22 looks low. I don't know. I don't know how the 22 can blame the 30 for that, unless it's just because he wasn't holding his line. But that's a rough one. Again, though, amazing that it wasn't worse given how crazy that race was. So thank you guys for watching. As usual, I'm going to save that replay file just in case I want to go back and reference it at some point. And